What's going on? Joey Tongs Boxing, a fight recap. But first, let me show you this greatness here. I'm going to take you back. We got the Ali Foreman piece. I'm milking this for all it's worth. Here we go. Rumble in the Jungle. Saw it, got it. It's at an auction. I was like, this goes perfectly. 1974, Rumble in the Jungle, one of the most legendary sporting events ever. Former heavyweight champion Muhammad Ali beats the undefeated heavyweight champion George Foreman, who had just beaten Ken Norton and Joe Frazier in very impressive fashion. And Ali had that whole tribe in Africa pulling for him. So it was pretty epic for him to win that fight. Those ropes were so bouncy. Ali was leaning on those ropes, jabbing, moving, boxing, and winning. And a big misconception about that fight, and I'm going to make a different video about this, was that Ali was getting plummeted the whole fight, taking a beating, and then he just knocked George Foreman out. Ali was up on the cards at that point when they won the fight. So I think that's a big myth about that fight. But anyways, let's get into this. Artur Beterbiev versus Anthony Yarde. Very, very good fight. Early fight of the year candidate. I know it's very early. We're still in January. I liked what both guys did. I thought that Beterbiev looked a little bit older, a little bit slower, although he's not that fast in general. And he cuts, now he cuts relatively easy. He cut in the Brown fight, he cut in this fight. It could be a problem. I thought Yarde's speed gave Beterbiev some problems. I thought Beterbiev had to respect Yarde early. I thought the early rounds were kind of close-ish. I thought he came out well in round 1 and round 2, Yarde. Maybe they split the first 2, then 3 and 4. I thought Beterbiev started landing the harder shots. But still, Yarde was doing well. I think the problem with Yarde is he has a bodybuilder build, similar to a lot of these UK fighters, it seems like. I don't know why they all have this build. Guys like Anthony Joshua as well has it. Guys like Conor Benn seems to have it. I don't know why they're all built like that. Maybe I think Lawrence O'Cauley has this. I really don't get it. But they all gas out after like 4 or 5 rounds. And Yarde's like a 4-round fighter. I thought he did better in this fight than the Kovalev fight. I thought that experience helped him for this fight. I thought in round 5 he had a really big round. Then 6 Yarde, he came back, but he even did well. Then 7 he did very well back Yarde. So it was pretty even. Maybe 4-3 Beterbiev or 4-3 Yarde. You could have had it either way at that point. But I remember thinking by like the halfway point of the fight, Beterbiev is not going to lose a war to Yarde. Beterbiev is too strong and too powerful, and Yarde's stamina is not very good. So I just didn't have any faith in Yarde winning a war. I'm thinking maybe he could land a big shot and get Beterbiev out of there, but I just didn't feel like he was going to win once the fight got past the 6th round. I felt like if it was Yarde was going to win, he had to knock him out within the first 4. And then Beterbiev, his power and his championship experience made the difference. He stopped him, knocked him down in the 8th round. Yarde gets up, barely got up past the 10 count, and then he walked back to his corner. Reminded me a lot of Anthony Joshua walking back to his corner when Andrew Ruiz knocked him down. The difference was Anthony Joshua was the champion, so he got the benefit of the doubt. With Yarde, I'm thinking, are they going to give him the benefit of the doubt? But they did give him the benefit of the doubt. And then Beterbiev lands another big shot. Tune Ajay, if I'm saying his name right. I'm actually a fan of the dudes because I saw him with Spencer Fearon. He does like a show with him. And I thought that they did well in their training because I thought his game plan was good. He stopped the fight. Yarde was complaining. People were complaining about him throwing the towel. Let me just say this. Anthony Yarde wanted out of that fight. He did not want to continue. He was looking for a way out. He walked back to his corner, and Beterbiev would have knocked him out with the next 10 to 30 seconds. So I don't want to hear that. Overall, a very good fight. I thought that Beterbiev got another win, and he moves to 19-0, 19 for 19 with KO victories. 3 out of the 4 major world titles. Big stuff for him, and beat another top 10 light heavyweight to go along with beating Vosdick, Brown, and Joe Smith. That's a pretty impressive resume. Obviously, the fight I want next and everyone wants next is him and Bivol. I think that that would be a great fight. But unfortunately, Callum Smith is the mandatory for the WBC, and Mauricio Sulaiman said that he's going to be implementing that mandatory. So Beterbiev has to fight Callum Smith next. I think that's, we'll get into that whole fight prediction, but I think that just early on, I think Beterbiev mows the lawn with him. I think he just plows him out of there. But how would he do versus Bivol? And this is what I'm going to say. I always lean towards Beterbiev in a hypothetical fight with Bivol. But after last night, I have to really think about it. It's a real 50-50. Please let me know what you guys think. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And check out my other videos. Peace.